I am part of a group that buys and holds software businesses.
Cool.
I have 4 businesses in my group currently. 3 of them we sell software to property management businesses, and the other one is to event management.
Where's my vendor smart guys? Where you at? Yeah.
I've already had a
Oh, you
conversation.
saw yours? All right.
As a group at the minute, I do just under 12 million in revenue. I'd like to be 90 million in the next 5 years.
Welcome back to Daily Revenue Report, and this video is insane. In this live Q&A discussion, Alex Hormozi breaks down a $12 million portfolio stuck trying to hit $90 million and exposes the brutal truth about acquisitions, founders, and why most roll-ups fail. Should you scale what you have or hunt bigger deals? Watch as Alex Hormozi calls out the real bottleneck that's killing growth and holding this operator back. If you want raw, unfiltered business strategy, deal flow tactics, and scaling secrets from Alex Hormozi and others, hit like and subscribe because we drop videos like this every single day.
And that would be a combination of acquiring new businesses as well as helping the current businesses to grow. What is stopping me is I feel I'm constantly balancing how to help my existing businesses to continue to grow, as well as going on the acquisition journey as well. So I'm really interested to understand from you, do you have a specific playbook of how you balance those two things effectively to scale?
Yeah, I have people who run them as their entire thing. The honest truth. So our venture portfolio is run entirely by a different team. I don't even okay the checks anymore. They just let me know. I'm like, sounds good. So I this is me being honest with you. Like my highest leverage. So like the vast majority of my time is spent generating demand, because that's the highest leverage thing I can do. So if I build the brand, I will be able to get all the talent I need. I'll be get all the deal flow that I need. I'll be able if I just do this one thing. And so that tends to be how I think about my job, which is like, if I could only accomplish one thing, and that one thing on its own would accomplish all of our other objectives, then I will just do that. And then I will hire people to do everything else.
What Alex Hormozi is talking about here is high leveraged action, right? So it's the difference between picking up the phone and selling life insurance one-to-one, or selling life insurance to a group of 100 seniors at a seminar event, right? One action can produce 10 sales, but the other action can only produce 1 sale in the same amount of time.
So with regards to your thing, do you have a capital constraint, or you just need deals? Like, do you have the capital in order to make the acquisitions?
Capital,
Okay, so you just need deal flow? Oh, okay. So then each of the individual portfolio companies, how did you buy those? Is it a fund that you're managing right now?
It's part of a much bigger group of businesses that have their own cash.
Okay, got it. All right, and so did you kick out the founders when you bought them, or do you keep them in?
Because we're a buy and hold acquirer, the preference is that the founders stay and help to continue to grow and develop with us.
Do they roll 20% or 30%, something like that?
As in, like, do they exit? Is that what you mean?
Well, yeah. Do you buy 100%, or do you?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, no, we buy 100%.
Okay, you buy 100%, and then they just get like cash bonuses upon growth and whatnot. Okay.
Yeah.
So there is the issue that the founders aren't following your instructions, or you need better. Like, what's the problem with the organic growth side? Because the acquisition side is really straightforward. You just need to we need to generate more demand, which is either outbound or trade shows, conferences, things like that, which is a different process. We can happily walk you through it, but like,
I'd say probably from the existing businesses, some of the ones that we acquire are less developed and therefore need more time than others. So that's where it can take more of the time when actually to get to the 90 million, it's really needed to focus more on the acquisition as well.
They're so small. That's the problem. That's why most PE doesn't go there, because it's so difficult, because they have like 100 problems that are wrong all at the same time. And then the founder who got to that level, like, is at that level for a reason. And so usually it is the founder that's the problem. At least that's been my observation. And then the business, it's limited by that.
That just gives so much motivation. What Alex is saying here is, out of all the businesses he sees, when businesses are doing a few $1 million a year, they're considered small and they can have hundreds of problems at once. What this means is, when you grow your business, the bigger you grow your business, you're going to be forced to grow it in a certain way to get to that point anyway. The more you grow your business, the less risk there is. The more you grow your business, the higher your margins get. So it only gets easier. That's the motivation. It literally only gets easier. When you're first starting, you're at the hardest period. Keep going.
Person. So how do you do both? The acquisition side for deals is straightforward. I am curious about like that deal box that you have for the, if they're averaging 3-ish million, or is it one of them that's like 10 and the other 3 are?
No, they're all pretty much similar size, but clearly want to buy businesses that are much bigger than that.
Yeah. I think that some of these problems will actually disappear if you get the better businesses. Mm-hmm. Because right now I would imagine, hopefully not overstepping, but I'm guessing that you're probably playing babysitter a little bit to the founders that are there. And dealing with like the regular fires that are coming up all the time in the business and the decisions that need to get made, rather than like, what is the one thing that if we just get this right, this business 10x's? Mm-hmm. And so good founders already do that innately, and mediocre and bad founders don't. They just get sucked into the day-to-day, and then they just stay mediocre for a very long time. So it is probably a who problem. It's difficult because of the nature of the acquisitions that you did. Mm-hmm. Removing founders is tough, but it probably is what's the root? It's probably that. To give you guys context, like I did in 2022 and 2023, I did 24 acquisitions. And I basically sold or gave back my shares in 19 of those companies because it just wasn't worth it. Because as much as I could say, hey, this is sound business advice, they just weren't winners.
Could you imagine how many deals Alex looked at? Probably hundreds, if not thousands of different deals, closes on 24 of them, grinds for months, maybe even years, and then says, you know what? It's not worth it. And gives back 19 of them to their founders, to the person they bought it from. Just gave it back and was willing to reset to get to the point where he is now, because actually trying to solve the smaller problem was keeping him small. And he had to go after a bigger problem to solve to get to the point that he is at today, which is hundreds of millions, if not billions in dollars of private valuation for his companies.
And because winners aren't going to come and say like, yep, we stayed the same for the 3rd year in a row, like they will die or they will win. And I'm just trying to find those people. Mm-hmm. And I would say that I spend a greater percentage of my time looking for that now.
So I need to find more winners within each of the businesses.
You might find winners that are there and or be able to put someone in. Because I mean, this is the classic like private equity story, not your story, but like business is going great, founder gets removed, business tanks because private equity doesn't know how to run the business. And it's like you just need somebody who is good, and those people are rare. But one of the best telltale signs of that, if you're going to do the buy and hold, is just bigger. Because the entrepreneur who can get to 20 million in ARR, probably a better entrepreneur than somebody who caps at 3 and then sells at that point. Also, just from an ambition perspective, I don't know what kind of multiples you were paying for those, particular businesses, but if they're like, it's very difficult to motivate someone who only needed to make $20-30 million in their life and then they made it. Because then it's just like, this is the business I built, and these are the people that I built it with, and they have families, and I just want to, keep this going so that everybody's, taken care of, and that is not the mindset of somebody who's trying to get, go from 3 to 30, in my opinion. It's a more nuanced but probably true answer than here's the 3-step process. It's probably the founders of the companies you bought aren't dogs.
Look, to make it to a point where you get from a few $1 million a year to a few dozen $1 million a year, you need to be an absolute savage. This is the place where many, many people will never make it to. They'll never even sniff this amount of money in their business. So if you think you can have mediocre founders to take you from 3 to 30, you're out of your mind.
And you probably need dogs.
So just buy bigger businesses with the right talent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think every investor reinvents the wheel, myself included. I was like, oh my God, I could take these things like so easily, because you can see how you can take something from 5 million or 10 million. You're like, oh my God, I get this to 50, and like I can basically buy this for nothing and flip it for 100 million. Like that'll be a great deal. I should do that a bunch. And then you realize why you get paid so much to do this, because it absolutely sucks. And you actually have to build the entire business. And then you're like, if I had to build this thing from scratch, I wouldn't have picked this business. And then you reinvent the wheel. You're like, oh, this is why they just buy bigger shit.
Great. Thank you very much.
If this Alex Hormozi breakdown made you rethink acquisitions, deal flow, and scaling to 90 million, you need more of this. We bring you real discussions, real numbers, and real strategies every single day. Hit that like and subscribe button because we're dropping another one like this tomorrow.